Okay, so you may have recently received this email. If you're a Supabase user, you probably looked into this and you may have solved it, or you may get in some breaking changes and your app won't run in test mode because of some different things. So just going to have a look at this and see what it's all about. So this is where Flutterflow have upgraded from the Supabase Flutter version 1.124 to 2.60, which is basically the latest version of this. No, indeed, in actual fact, it's actually new 2.8.1 now, but they've updated this anyway to 2.6.0. And if you go into your code on your app, you'll see Supabase, we're on 2.6.0 now in your pubspec file. So basically what this will do is going to reduce some issues with using test mode specifically. And as you can see, I'm currently still set up in Supabase version 1 because just for doing this demonstration. Now I've been going through cleaning up the bits and pieces on my different apps to get them to work again in the new version, and I'm just going to do this one now so you can see on this particular app what the issues are, and then you'll then see, hopefully you can figure out what's breaking it on yours. So what we need to do to be able to use test mode, and again you've likely figured this out, is go down and untoggle use Supabase version 1. So now we're using Supabase version 2. Okay, so we can now go ahead and run the app in test mode, and we're going to get a build error. It's not going to complete the build, even though, like I say, we have not shown any project issues, not shown any errors. But what's going to happen is, I know for a fact that we're going to have errors with our Google Auth custom action and our Supabase real-time custom action. And I know that because essentially in the docs, I'll put a link to these anyway in the comments down below. They are part of the email, but just so you don't have to go hunting for the email if you missed it or you've got rid of it. So the OAuth provider is now signing with oauthprovider.google, and before it was provider.google. So that is actually an easy fix. So we're going to get the error in a second. There you can see we've got our errors listed for user updates and in Google Auth, because they're the ones identified as being problematic. The Google Auth one, like I say, is a very simple change of swap that should now work. And then for the real time, contains the biggest breaking changes, which is obviously going to cause me some grief. So I've got to go through and pick out what I need to change. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. If I click exclude from compilation, just so you know, if you click that and save, it's still going to break. It still tries and does it, so that doesn't work. So what you need to do is either stop using and delete these actions, these blocks of code, and recreate them, or you just need to go through and try and fix them. And essentially the ones you're looking for are all on this page. Anything that you're using in custom code that is part of this page, that is where you need to go looking for it. So you can, if they're easy fixes, obviously that's fine. It may be easy to just delete them and start again, or you can try and fix them, which is what I'm going to try first. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going through doing this across my sort of different apps and in my boilerplate template. So for my Supabase real-time changes, we need to go looking in the documentation, and essentially they've removed the on method and replaced it with on Postgres changes and on broadcast. So we are, as you can see, using the on method in the function. So we've got the before code example, we've got the on method, and we've got the information we're using for the real time channel. So we've got the event, the schema, etc., etc., and then what we are doing with the payload. And then we've got the after, So they've changed it to on, from on to on Postgres changes, and we've got the event schema, and as you can see it's a bit different. So what we need to do is upgrade this function to the new version, so then that means our app should load in test mode. So I've made the changes to that function, so let's run it in test mode and see if it loads. If it does, then that's the job done. If it doesn't, we need to have a look down further down, see if we can find anything else. Okay, so we're running in test mode. Our build error is gone, so we have successfully removed the breaking changes that version 2 of the Supabase Flutter package has introduced. That's the version 2 changes. That's how you get around it-ish. It's not a simple fix, unfortunately, depending on what your use case is, but that's how you go hunting for the errors. That's what these mean. It will tell you where to look, which is handy. And this is just where the updates have made changes that you can no longer use. So look for where they are, head to the docs and figure out what to change. So that's it. I know it's not this is how you fix it, but this is where you go looking to start to fix it. So hopefully you can use that, and I'll speak to you next time.